First month back, I got a 300 million view video. I actually got the world's most viewed ad on TikTok.
What was the first one that went viral?
A Viagra prank on a friend. Switched out his like Tylenol with Viagra.
Within 3 hours, I got 4 million. In 24 hours, I got 72,000 followers.
Is Mr. Beast there?
Oh yeah.
Elon Musk is right there.
You sent up something in space.
Well, yeah,
which was
so
cool.
I almost became an astronaut when I was 22, and I've sent stuff to the edge of space. Like we like send weather balloons up, put cameras up there. Then
Do you see Curve?
The best advice I have for somebody who's going into social media for the first time is
How much you make a year being a creator?
I actually haven't even like publicly talked about this, but
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs today in the studio, folks. I got two treats for you. Both creators, both got massive amounts of followers, Jaylyn Handley and Sawyer. You got the most followers?
yeah.
he does.
And you started first.
So I started first, but I took
Why
a
do you
little
think
bit
why do you
back.
think he's dominating your ass?
Bro, honestly, dude, I will say this. He has creativity, but I took the path of more entrepreneurship.
He's got an MBA, you don't.
I dropped out of college.
See, again, guys, that shows you. Like,
Yeah.
hey, but I will say, because people ask me all the time for some reason, I got a little following compared to you guys, but it's a good one. They always ask, what should I do? I say, number one, marketing. Because if you can market, dude, you're getting paid, period.
Yeah.
And then number two, build a personal brand, which you both have done. But you decided to go the MBA route at some point. Why?
Dude, honestly, I did that before.
Oh, it was before.
Yeah, and then I took the path. So all the credit that I have today goes to one of my best friends. So his name was Chris Shamboyati. He actually went by Chris Pearson, Creatures Ferris on MTV. He's not here anymore. He actually was murdered in 2021. But
Murdered?
Yeah, he was. And he, in 2018, after I finished school, he ended up always coming into my room. Always, every day, I would be reading a book. Every day, I'd be reading a book. He would immediately come in, stomp in, take the book from me, and say, "Hey, let's go make some videos. Let's make videos." And I had no interest in making any videos. He ended up saying, "Dude, you're gonna do so good." We ended up getting me on this app called Firework, in which I met a bunch of other content creators, and then I ended up meeting people. And I got on Musical.ly, and this was before TikTok. And then the Musical.ly TikTok merge happened, which he got me into. And I met great creators like Kid Arel, Devon, and then ended up being there, meeting the CEO of Musical.ly and being the first 100 people that were actually launched on TikTok when it was the whole merge. And if it wasn't for my friend being there, I wouldn't have got on the platform. So, and then I leveraged it to my career because I saw it, man. I immediately saw it. I had a video. It blew up to 100K views. Like you already know, immediately, Musical.ly and TikTok, every creator, when they hopped on it, they were getting millions and millions of views. And then I saw the future of okay, this is going to leverage everything in business. This is going to leverage all my music. It's going to leverage all my businesses. And I got to stay focused on this. And that's how I saw it.
How'd you get started?
Yeah.
Dude, for me, it was kind of an accident. From a young age, I was super just into trying to sell different things. I'd make duct tape wallets, try to sell them, sell candy. Then when I was 15, I got super into photography, and I've always loved the beach and surfing. So I started with that, then shot my first wedding when I was 15. And then by the age of 17, I was just super motivated. I want to be able to make enough money to move out, make this much a month. I wrote it all on a whiteboard, and I had a clothing business I tried creating. I mean, I did create it, but it didn't yet have momentum. Then I had my wedding business, and the way I saw it, I was a little late to the game. TikTok was already out and all that. And I kind of thought it was stupid. I'd see everyone doing that, and I was all into my surf photography. I'm I don't really want to get online or do that. But then I was just thinking, I'm dang, I think if I can build a bit of a personal brand, I could then either filter that and funnel it to my, at the time, photography business or clothing business. And then one thing led to another. One of my videos went viral, and I kind of just put my head down.
Mm-hmm.
And then social media started being more lucrative than those other ventures could have scaled to. And so then I was okay, I'm going to put my head down and just continue growing this and kind of riding the momentum until the time kind of feels right to then kind of build another brand. But for me, it kind of initially was in a way kind of accidental. But it kind of was a perfect storm because I kind of already had like the background of what I wanted to do. And then I understood kind of like photography and videography and all that. And I've always kind of just been like a visionary. So I'd have these crazy video ideas, then we'd find ways to make it happen. But
What was the first one that went viral?
Ooh. Okay. So you want to go first?
sure.
Hit it up, man.
For me at the time, there's a super stupid video. It was actually a completely like staged prank, which now it's like a lot of the stuff I'm doing, it's like we put a lot into, and so I'm trying not to do things that are fake, so it takes away from validity. But at the time, I always thought it would be funny, like a Viagra prank on a friend. And I was just, I don't know, we're in high school, and I'm like, this would be hilarious. And so my friend was in college, and I'd go like hang out with him, and we'd think of like video ideas just on TikTok. And then I was like, oh, what if we did like some like Viagra prank thing? And it was just stupid. Like I didn't think anything would come
Like
from
where
it.
you slip someone Viagra?
Yeah, like I went to like a gas station, I got like Viagra, and then switched out his like Tylenol with Viagra. And then the idea was like he had a headache, and before he went to class, he took a Viagra, and then it's like can't go to class because he's like, rock hard. So that was the
That's the one that
we
went
have
viral?
we have a whole different direction, man, of like how.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being honest.
I love it.
That was my first, like, and I'm not like,
Did it go viral?
Yeah, it went really viral. And I was actually in college at the time. And again, like I always was thinking of different like business ideas and stuff. But the social media, I was like, I'm just going to try this random stuff. And I tried stuff that more directly correlated to my businesses, but that was like, it's a random funny one. And it got millions of views overnight. And then my following, I probably went from 0 to like 30,000 in that day. And then I see it go to like 50,000. And then from there, I kind of was like, okay, I'm going to do this video now. And then I was like, I'm going to do this. And then I just kept like, it was funny. I actually quit my job a little bit prior to that, trying to work on these ventures. And then I would DoorDash every day to make enough money to like basically fund these different video ideas. And that probably went on for like 6 months to a year of just like, kind of had no life for that time. Like I stopped hanging out with a lot of friends, but any of my friends that were down to like be a part of my videos would kind of help. And then from there, I eventually got my first like long-term sponsorship, which allowed me to like fully focus on it. And then it was kind
What'd
of
that pay?
At the time, it was actually $2,400 a month. It was with Bang Energy, which there's a whole crazy story. They got kind of like a hostile takeover by Monster Energy, but they got acquired maybe a couple years ago. But that was like my first deal with them. And then I kind of spent like 3 years just renegotiating it up, and I grew my following. Like we kind of grew together. I actually got the world's most viewed ad on TikTok with a Bang video. It got like, I don't know, like 200 or 300 million views. So that was like helped with leveraging that partnership. But honestly, that was like, for me at the time, it gave me a big ability to kind of tunnel vision focus fully on social media and not have to worry as much about,
No, I get
money.
that.
And then kind of grew from there.
All right. So for me, definitely a different path. So, but I mean, it's cool to see like how everybody has their own way of going viral. I always find it to be interesting. For me, I was adopted, and I was really lucky. So I was adopted when I was 14 years old by a wealthy family. So I have my dad, his name's Craig Handley. So shout out to my dad. He's really cool. He's an entrepreneur as well. At the time, he had 3,000 employees when I was adopted. He owns a company called Listen Trust, which is one of the biggest call centers in South America. And he's actually working on a project called the Necker Project, which is cool. And he's working with like Richard Branson and stuff like this on this project he's launching in October. But he adopted me, and I was very fortunate. And I made a whole series because nobody knows my real family at all. Nobody knows anything about me. Nope, I have no idea. So, hey, if you guys know me, you know where to find me. But when it comes down to it, I wanted to make something that was like true to me. I wanted to make something that had like a lot of purpose. So I actually started a series called Finding My Biological Family. And it started off with me doing a 23andMe and just like saying, hey, today I'm going to find my biological family. So today I'm doing a 23andMe, and I did the whole process, filmed it, didn't think anything of it because my views were okay. They were getting at that time like 100K, 250K, like not like crazy pretty crazy, but like it was not the most. But I posted this, dude, and then within 3 hours, it got 3-4 million. It was like TikTok was like, hey, find this guy's family, And literally the next day I had constant people emailing me being like, I'm your real mom.
Oh my
Dude, like, it was wild. They're like, I'm your dad. Like, and I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. And I had like genealogists and I had like all these people like wanting me on their podcast and like trying to find my real family. And like, so I made
When was that?
Dude, this was
I didn't
like,
even know this.
bro, this was like 2019, 2020.
Oh, wow.
Like my first real viral. And in 24 hours, I got 72,000 followers on TikTok because people were like they wanted to see if I was going to find my real family. Even today, I get emails saying, hey, did you find your family? Did you find them? Did you find them? Yeah, it's insane.
Did you?
No, I did not find them. But what that taught me though is, like you said, going back to what you said, leveraging your own platform. So one of the many things I try to teach people is originality. And I try to teach people is how to use their everyday life. Doesn't matter if you're a doctor. It doesn't matter if you are an artist. You can be somebody that hasn't even went to school and you want to learn more about yourself or even finding your own family. Use that. Use TikTok. Use Instagram. Use YouTube as a platform for yourself, because there's going to be somebody in the world that will resonate with you. So what really helped me is I learned a lot about myself during the process. I learned a lot about what I felt comfortable putting out in the world, because the biggest thing that people struggle, and you can say this, is, well, you're kind of self-absorbed. So a lot of content creators are perfectionists and they don't want to put out anything. And then there's a judgment too. People are afraid for the closest people in their life to judge them. It's usually friends, family, people maybe from high school to judge you. So I always tell people, scratch that. Don't be afraid to put out originality out there. And now moving forward is I'm actually mentoring college students. So I got accepted into, and this is where I actually want to ask you a question right after this. I got accepted into UCSB's Comm Council. So we are the number 2 communications department in the whole entire world. I'm with a bunch of other people who are prestigious scholars. So I'm alongside of PhD professors, other like alumni that are in a group that are trying to help educate the youth and give back to the school. My thing and my role is I'm trying to teach people how to use social media and how to use it with everything they love in everyday like experiences. So asking you from somebody, who is using clearly social media to, promote dropping bombs, how do you go about that? Like, how do you envision yourself continuing to use social media for your own originality?
Well, I think I accidentally did it as well. And coincidentally, when I started trying to make content like everyone else, it didn't really do as well. And when I stopped trying to make content and I just started to be the content, that's when they all started kind of following. So like you said, I just told the camera guy, just turn the camera on and whatever I say and do and whoever I talk to is what it is. And that's literally when people started following. I think Gary Vee said it best at some point. He said, don't create, document. And that's literally what I did. And that's when it started working. I don't know if algorithms change. Sometimes I'll get 35 million views in a month. And then the next month I'll get 8 million. And then I'll get 30 million. Then I'll get 18 million. So it just seems like I'll get 50,000 followers and lose 30,000 followers.
Do you care about that though?
No, I mean, I'm not an influencer, or as you guys call them, creators. Is there a difference between influencer and creator?
A different way to say it.
No, there actually is a difference. So it sounds wrong, but influencers are people who are from micro level or trying to like influence. They're actually trying to influence, and they're trying to use their numbers to get something done. Creators are some people who will just create for oneself. So they're not actually trying to be even influenced. They're just actually putting out content because they enjoy it. And also creators are somebody who is maybe at a level where they're so high in celebrity status that they don't even want to be considered an influencer, because sometimes when you're an influencer, there's a bad stigma to it at this point. Because, you know, of a lot of what people are doing with social experiments could be pranks. It all depends. But there's a certain level.
A creator or an influencer?
So, I mean, creator is somebody who's going to create things for oneself. Influencer is going to influence for other people.
Well, they're not creating for oneself.
You'd be surprised.
Why would they put it out then?
Because they want
they
other
just sit home and enjoy it.
Yeah, I know. It's actually for other people to enjoy.
You gonna post this? No.
No.
I've made this for myself.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
Just for oneself.
Hear me out. A lot of artists out there do create and they post it because they enjoy it. No, you have to hear me out on this one. When you are creating something, right? People do it because they're passionate about it. They started creating that because before
most of
social
them
media,
are doing it to get followers, to monetize it. Nobody's doing it for oneself.
Well, if I was doing it for myself, I would only be doing like surf stuff, and I think I would have no followers. Like,
so you consider yourself more of an influencer?
For me, I didn't know there was
funny. This guy's funny.
I didn't know there was like a different. I'll be honest. Like, I feel like influencer and creator. It's like influencer. Yeah, like I don't like being called an influencer as much, but it's like it's the same shit. I think. Like I don't know.
In my
opinion,
it's the same shit with a different title. Because
what would
again,
you consider me?
Listen, if you get a lot of followers and you become influential, you're an influencer.
Yeah.
And you know, like they say I'm an influencer, and I always say I'm no influencer, and I'm not a creator because I'm not creating like you create. I haven't seen your stuff yet, but
yeah,
I've seen your stuff. You go out and make jokes and pranks and funny shit. But you're creating, like there's a thought and you're creating it.
Mm-hmm. I don't document like you do as much. Like a lot of mine are like project based, methodical thinking, and then we do it.
To me, that's the difference between a creator is because you're creating shit. I would assume you're a creator because you keep using the word. I'm not a creator either. I want to start creating more where like it's intentional. So when I always ask, what's the difference? To me, an influencer is just someone with a lot of followers that has influence.
Yeah.
And a creator is someone who may have that also, but they're out there just creating. That's kind of where
I'm trying to go
skits,
to. Yeah.
Comedy, even those dances you see on TikTok. Like you'll never see me doing a TikTok dance, only because number one, like I'm a different age group.
Hey, today could be the day.
Yeah, but I've had a couple of videos on TikTok probably hit 50 million, nothing 200 million, but I think on TikTok I have 2.7 million.
Yeah.
And I think it was because when I got on TikTok, dude, it was so easy to, I mean, I don't know why everyone doesn't have millions on TikTok.
I think it's also evolving now. I think like from what I've seen years ago, it was like everyone was doing everything very facilitated or like very planned out. Like I'm gonna do this, and that. And I think then people are starting now to get a little bit tired of like, they see a video and maybe it either lacks authenticity or something they've seen, or just feels a little bit too like
staged.
Yeah. Or planned out.
The staged ones are played out.
Yeah. And I think that right now, probably why you found like early on success on TikTok, not early on, but like early when you started posting.
It was the algorithm.
Yeah. I think it's because you're just like posting like more authentic. Like, I mean, I haven't seen your TikToks per se. I've seen your Instagram stuff. So I don't know which video got 50 million views, but I'm sure it was like you being you and being authentic, and people can see that. And then they resonate with it more because I think it's just getting kind of overplayed, like the super like.
But in also my opinion, pranks have to be real.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen staged ones where you can clearly see it's fucking bullshit.
Well, I had this weird, for me, like it was this weird thing where then I got to a point where I would put so much like time, effort, and money into like a video that was completely real, whether it was a prank or even like sending a camera to the edge of space or just stuff like that, where I'm like, shoot, if I'm doing this fake stuff now, it's going to lose validity for the real stuff. So then I'm like, that was my kind of crossroad of like, okay, I'm going to try and just keep things as real as possible, because then when I want to do the things that are real and that I'm going to have more joy looking at it myself, it's like, there's no point if all my other stuff's fake and then, you know, no one can tell the difference. So,
but you got to remember this too. So when did you start TikTok? Quick question. When did you launch on?
I don't remember. Let's say 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay. So 3 years ago, they were still kind of favoriting creators. I would say around 2 years ago is when TikTok shops decided to take over. So a lot of these e-commerce and a lot of these shops started getting on TikTok.
Do you guys
And
have
now-
any of those?
Yeah. So I have around 4 TikTok shops.
How much money they make?
So I'll answer one of them. Okay. So and I'll answer this one easy because 1 month, one of the TikTok shops made off a partnership 175. It made 175K. And then now it's not making anything because it's discontinued. But when TikTok shop was popping off, I made the first ever ASMR. You know what that is? You know what ASMR means?
Yeah.
I don't know what
What
this
does it
stands
mean?
for, but it's the
Yeah.
Auditory sensory meridian response. And I made the first ever TikTok. I made the first ever ASMR store in the whole entire world. So that store ended up doing well. I ended up partnering up with some partners in China, which we pushed it through overseas as well. And
what'd you buy there?
dude, I handmade my own slime. I sold like fidget toys. Dude, I sold a lot of stuff.
When
on
was
there.
that?
This was I launched it in 2022.
Is it over?
It's over now. I'm revamping right now because
So you're like an entrepreneur that happens to have followers.
Yeah. I mean, dude, my whole thing is with all this is I leverage it for the entrepreneurship. It's the excitement of being
I
an
thought
entrepreneur.
you made it for just oneself.
Oh, hey. I do it for myself because my only goals in life, I'll tell you this, is to make passive revenue and be a stay-at-home dad. I want to be a stay-at-home dad. That's my biggest dream in the whole entire world.
I wonder why they call it a stay-at-home dad.
Oh, okay.
Because
So
you don't stay at home.
Hmm.
You just want to be.
you kind of do. You watch
wanna
over
be-
the kids.
You want to
no,
be
no,
financially free.
No, financially, no, but you watch over the kids. So you can be financially free and not be a stay-at-home dad. Think about how many dads are out there financially free and entrepreneurs.
Why would you stay at home?
Because you're taking care of the kids.
You don't want to take them anywhere.
Okay, I can take, yes, but I mean, it's like stay home dad. I can take them with me. You know
So
what I mean?
that means
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
be
yeah.
financially free.
Free,
You
but-
don't want to stay at home.
I do.
No
I
kid
want-
wants to stay at home dad. They want a dad that
Okay.
brings them places.
True, but that's like off and on. But in the regular daily life, it would be like at home. I'll make sure like when my wife gets home, a full like.
What was she
meals
coming
ready.
home from?
Oh, she's coming home from whatever she wants to do. You know, she's
Why can't she be a stay at home
Yeah,
mom?
hold on. She'll have an option. Okay. She can work if she wants to. Most likely she's going to want to work because the woman that I marry is going to be very driven. Or she's going to be like, hey, I want to retire with you. And I want to just raise the kids and be a stay-at-home mom. You know? So yeah.
So you got to be rich then.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why e-commerce is the way to go. And that's why TikTok Shop changed the game. So
You ever see that Chinese girl that shows shit really quick?
Yeah, I have.
She's making a killing.
Oh, 100%. Oh, so
I want to try that shit.
have you heard of, you seen live operations, like live stream operations stuff?
No.
So one thing that we do is live sales. Killer. You know what mega lives are?
No.
So mega lives are TikTok's way of doing massive curated lives that generate and funnel thousands and thousands of viewers. So there's people like, for example, Patrick Starr that have like a mega live go eight hours. Michelle Fan have a mega live go like 8 hours. And
What is a mega live?
So a mega live it's a launched TikTok live promoted by TikTok for a certain date that is for a celebrity creator to sell product on. And what they'll do is the mega live will have in one live stream over $500,000 of dollars made off a live. And usually it's with somebody who has a massive following. It'll be like they'll set a date and they'll be like, okay, we're going live right now. So what we did in our facility, because we have a headquarters has 20,000 square feet, 801 Esfregaro Street.
Is that considered a creator house?
No, it's a corporate office.
You
we
guys
have.
know what creator houses are?
Yeah. We actually have one right here.
Right where?
I'll show, dude.
In your pocket?
Yeah.
How many people live there?
I'll just show you. So yeah, dude, stay away from creator houses though. That's all I can tell you.
I do. I
Yeah.
don't even know what they
Stay
are.
away.
I just assume it's just a bunch of young whippersnappers that have followers. They all live in a house and make shit.
Yeah, but
I couldn't do it. I've gotten invited and I don't know. I like having my space.
Well, do they just like sit around and be like, hey, I got an idea?
I think they all
Yeah.
like funnel off of each other. But the way my content is, I don't think it would. I don't know. I also
I
like,
think-
Are you all pranks?
No, like I do a bunch of stuff that aren't pranks. That pranks, I'd say like a small amount of
That's
what I
good.
do.
That's good video work.
Yeah, man. It's my production team. I was trying to reach for
Do
it.
you guys hang together or no?
No, not really. We reconnected and we'll like randomly catch up, but we met at VidCon like probably a few years ago.
Yeah.
And we both were just kind of networking with some of the different.
What I liked about him is the fact that he stood out like from everyone. I rarely meet somebody that when I'm like talking to 20 creators, I'm like, okay, I really click with him. He had an entrepreneur mindset off of rip. So we were going around and we were like, you decided to go to VidCon like last minute, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
What's VidCon?
Oh man.
It's
Yeah,
like-
you can explain it.
Yeah, I mean, I just got invited. YouTube invited me,
Yeah.
and there's like different brands like Amazon or like Prime Video will have like a booth there, and all these different big brands have their own kind of like marketing things there, and so it's kind of like their way to connect like creators to the brands and all that.
Yeah.
And so on my end, YouTube invited me, but it was so last minute, and I live in Orange County, so like I was pretty close to where it was at. So I went, but I didn't really have much of a plan other than the
Dude, we
like,
had no
Did you have a
we had
camera
no
on you?
plan.
No, because for me, I don't really have people just follow me with cameras unless like the way I like doing my stuff is like when I'm filming, but I love having normal life too. And like when I'm off, I'm kind of like off camera. So no, I was just kind of like, we both just decided we were like networking with some of the different brands. And then it actually led to some pretty cool relationships that like led to other opportunities too. So
Dude, yeah. And before you talk about that, cause like, dude, he has quite the freaking like path, dude, after that. But during that, man, Kaz and I were just, every creator was either like drinking or partying and doing like some other shenanigans or trying to get free stuff because it's the biggest creator convention in the world. But we were like, no, we're going to get this
Is
connection.
Mr. Beast there?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Actually, I partied with Jimmy at
Is his name Jimmy?
yeah, his name Jimmy, who had a Halloween party that year. And so basically, it's cool because we made so many other connections that led to like a lot of his stuff was Prime. You want to like talk about that?
oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, go. Yeah,
that was
man.
kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So we talked to the people at like Prime Video and kind of just facilitated a
Mhm.
relationship. And I don't know, like a year later, it kind of led to like a crazy experience where then I met like Elon Musk at one of their things. We had a pretty cool conversation. And through like, I knew someone.
Did you have that filmed?
That was crazy. So I was at like a party that Prime Video hosted. It was for like a release of one of their new shows. And I was with someone and she was like, oh, like Elon Musk is right there. Like, what? I was tripping out. And then I just went up to him because I had done a video with Vivek Ramaswamy and I knew that they were mutual. So I started talking to him. I didn't ask anyone to take a video, but I came back and someone came up to me and they're like, oh, we got this like video of you guys just chopping it up. So that was cool because it was like unplanned, but it got like just like a casual video. And then that
Should have pranked him.
you go, babe. That would have been good. Yeah, but for me, I'm like, I wanted to build a bigger relationship with him, and I had some stuff I wanted to talk to him about. And so for me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna see if he wants to collaborate on a video. Like I had just done a video with Vivek. I had done videos like the day after. I ended up doing a collab post with Conor McGregor on Instagram. So I was kind of like just going off these collaborations. I'm like, oh, Elon Musk, I think he's dope, and it would be so sick to do something with him. And a couple years prior, I like almost became an astronaut, which is like another story. And so I was like so set on like, I'm going to do a video with him. So we're talking for like 10 minutes. And then at the end, I mentioned the idea of doing a video and you just straight, like point blank was like, nah, like he's like, I'm going to be real. Like, I don't think that'll ever happen. And he's just so like, he's a really cool guy, but he's just like cut and dry when it's time to be cut and dry and he didn't want to do a video. So
don't worry, you shot.
we didn't do one.
Shoot.
But
man.
I didn't want to do like a prank right then and there. For me, I'm like, I either want to do something like big with him and something that like we break the internet. But I don't want to be known as that guy that like trolled Elon Musk. You know,
but
like
you
I feel like it's gonna ruin a
Didn't
relationship.
you send up something in the space though? You sent up something in the space.
Well, yeah.
which was
So
cool.
I almost
Yeah.
became an astronaut when I was 22. Because what happened is at the time when like NFTs and all that were big, I was like pretty like against promoting them because I didn't want to promote like a pump and dump or anything like that. But there is this. Are you familiar with DAOs, like the decentralized autonomous organizations? They're kind of in the NFT like space and all that. They're not really that huge anymore. But there's this company called MoonDAO, and they raised $8 million. And so they bought 2 tickets to space with Jeff Bezos's company, Blue Origin. So they reached out to me and they were like, hey, they saw like the crazy stuff I've done. And I've sent stuff to the edge of space. Like it's this whole thing. Like we like send weather balloons up, put cameras up there. Then
Do you
we like,
see Curve?
Yeah, we see some curve, but everyone says it's because the cameras,
it's
the
flat,
cameras
bro.
are a little curved.
It's flat.
No, we saw curve. We for sure saw curve.
Dude, so you listen to some of them flat earthers, man. Some of the shit I do want to know, like, why is that?
That's why I wanted to go to space. I'm like, I want to see this shit for myself.
Well, you saw when Jeff Bezos brought down the girls and they opened the door from the inside. You saw that?
No.
You didn't see that?
No, go ahead.
Well, you know, Katy Perry, and he sent up all the girls.
I didn't know he sent up Katy Perry.
Yeah, Katy Perry and all these people.
That's crazy.
I had no clue.
And when the capsule dropped down, they all were around and they were going to go open the capsule. And she opened the door from the inside, which you can't do, supposedly. And you could see the door open. And now there's a big thing because that proves that was all staged.
I've been at a launch. So like I was supposed to, like it was pretty close to me going up. And then I don't know if you know Dude Perfect, but they're a pretty big YouTube channel. I mean, they're a massive YouTube channel. And they ended up being the ones to get that ticket and go to space. So I was there at the launch and I saw them go up to space.
I saw freaking, you know, Dylan Page?
No.
He's a news reporter, like channel, but he actually went up to space too. And there's like, it's cool how they send creators up to space. I'm like, okay, it's a great way to promote. But
so with you guys' entrepreneurial minds,
yeah,
the business people listening, what would you have them do to skyrocket their business when it comes to social media that anyone can do?
Let me take this. This is my bread and butter. So I have a lot of clientele. I have a lot of people who are very like high status. And what I do is I help consult them. And the many things I tell people, because, you know, if they're in your shoes or maybe like even Kaz, you never know, is to take what you love, starting off with your goals. Find your core values. You have to understand you cannot get into the content space if you are going against your core values. So I sit them down and ask them 3 questions. What are your goals? What are your values? And what is something that you love unconditionally and or just a hobby? Maybe they don't have an unconditional thing they love. It's just a hobby they have. And I get that. And, you know, maybe that doesn't have anything they want to do with like, you know, with their business, but it helps me figure out who they are before I can start working with them on a personal level. Once I figure out how you're working on a personal level, I can figure out how you want to run your business. When you, let's say like anything, you want to start getting into YouTube, but you're already in it right now. But let's say you aren't into it. I'm going to act like you haven't even done social media right now. The first step is the initial consistency. Even Kaz knows you have to be consistent no matter what. And that is figuring out your day-to-day schedule. If you don't have time to do social media, just forget about it, because this is something you can't half-ass. This is not something you can just stop doing and then come back to. If you stop doing, come back to, you better have a big following that remembers you. But the first 6 months are so important. So for everyone that is, you know, an entrepreneur that has not stepped into social media, consistency, right? Making sure you have time and understanding your values and your limitations. If you break any of those 3, you are pretty much screwed.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done. You're out. No one's going to accept you.
Because people can see it, man. People can see through the screen, just like you were saying. Everyone can see it.
So how did I do it? I didn't do all that.
Bro, look at you. You're awesome. Like,
yeah, but I didn't do all that.
Yeah, but you did. But the thing is, you did. How many episodes do you have for dropping bombs?
900.
Yeah. Okay. You got consistency. Okay.
Well, consistency, I agree with.
Okay.
But the whole understanding my values and
you wouldn't be where you're at if you didn't already understand.
But you're organically, your values are organic. You don't need to talk about your values to get them across.
I think also to simplify it for like anyone watching this that already like has success in the entrepreneurial world, or whether or not you have or not, and you want to like get into social media, I think to simplify it, it's also like, all right, like you need to start by posting. And so like what I like to say is like, let's say you're going to post, at first you need to figure out what sticks and what's going to work for you. So it's like post 10, even if it's only 10, 20 videos a month or even less than that. I mean, I think at least 10, but try different things along this like side of what you already want to do. Like don't start doing random shit that doesn't serve you. but try different things. And then you're going to figure out sooner or later kind of what's sticking. And then like slowly but surely with time, you'll be able to keep evolving it. And I think a big thing too, like for me, looking back after like the brand and the personal brand I've built, that I would tell someone starting is like, know your intention for it. So like, let's say you're already a successful entrepreneur. Are you just trying to build a personal brand so people see you who you like authentically are? Or are you just trying to get as big of a following as possible? And then I think the strategy is obviously different depending on that. Like if you're like a big entrepreneur that's crushing it, like you're probably not going to want to start doing these random prank videos that don't make sense for you. So I think figuring out how it's going to serve you, and then within that, have a few different ideas, and then start doing those different video styles, seeing what clicks, and then you just slowly evolve it. And it's like, don't overcomplicate it, be consistent. And if you have the means to build up a team, build up a good team, have them help you with it. Cause you probably are going to be busy, and it's really like people overcomplicate it, I think.
And the biggest thing too, don't forget, everyone that you see that's like going viral, we all struggle. We all struggle in our own way. And some people fall off the path, and they stop posting. Like you've recently stopped posting for a little bit. Now you're picking back up. I stopped for like 6
months. I was building another company. And I came back. My first month back, I got a 300 million view video.
That's what I'm saying. But hey, that's because you thought about it.
Which one was it? The wheelie?
Exactly.
Yeah, it was a golf cart crash.
And see, I saw that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was you.
That's funny.
But I saw it.
That's funny.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. In the moment, it was crazy.
Because nobody's expecting that.
Yep.
But that's why I want them to be real. Like I need to see real pranks. Real pranks are funny.
Yeah. That wasn't a prank. I wasn't meaning to crash. That was crazy.
It looked like someone might have got hurt.
It looked pretty bad. Yeah.
What if someone would have broke their neck? Would you have been liable?
Well, crazy enough, we knew like going into that video, I had no intentions at all. I haven't even like publicly talked about this, but I had no intentions of crashing. But prior to like doing that wheelie, we had drift wheels on there. And I told everyone, I said, look, like there's a chance that like, this is dangerous. Like there's a chance something could happen. So I like really made that known. Then I had my production assistant have everyone like sign release of liabilities. And we all were on the same page. Like, look, like it could be crazy because we're drifting this thing. But then we finished drifting, no crash, nothing. Then I was like, I'm home free. Like we put the normal wheels on. I wheelie that thing all the time. I've done it on like the public like highway before and never have crashed it that way. So I thought if anything, something could happen on the drifting side. And all my friends, I picked friends that were like down for it. And, we do crazy shit. So it was fine. And then the wheelie is surprisingly what ended up doing it. So yeah, it looked bad too. Like for me too, it was gnarly because my instinct as like, it was like kind of getting that turning, that flipping point. I just instinctively just kind of jumped out as it's flipping and saw all the comments, the captain abandoned the ship. But for me, I look and I see the crash like right in front of my eyes.
You did ditch it.
And I thought, I was like, oh, this is bad. Like I was so concerned. And then
are you the one that jumps out and runs?
Yeah. That was me.
Because you knew.
No, well, here's what happened from my perspective. Did
anybody else in the thing know it would do that?
Yeah. So I've done wheelie pranks where they didn't know and they were all real, but this wasn't a wheelie prank. This was just us kind of like having fun at the golf course. So at this point, all these people knew good and well. They're like, all right, we're popping a wheelie. We had already done 3 on that same one right before that, but we were like, oh, we want it to be better. And usually I have a bigger road and it was like this small road with grass. And so it kind of like caught an edge. And then I was already past that tipping point. And when something's happening fast, I just like kind of slipped right out the side and somehow not like a single injury at all. Like they're all like the boys were all laughing after, laughed it off and it was fine. But
that's a new style. So
crashing your golf carts.
No. So going back to like, what you initially asked, so how people get into content creation, how entrepreneurs can get back into content creation. The new style is that immediate, like 2-3 seconds. The reason why you saw it, the reason why I went viral is that 2-3 seconds of like, oh shoot, what's happening right now? It's so important that businesses stop making on social media ads. So this goes out to the people who are entrepreneurs watching this. Stop making ads. Like, this is not like a 1990s commercial. This isn't like your like everyday, like, ad. You want to make things like that. So for example, golf cart crashing, plug in health insurance. Well, like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like
for me, like,
so like you didn't do it on purpose at all, but
yeah. I think for me, like what was hard, even after just that video, and like a lot of times I'll get these videos that go huge. And a lot of times it's promoting another brand. And it's from the start, I got into what I was doing, trying to promote my own brands, but then it was such a hectic business model. And I was like, a lot of it was on the back of me. And so I spent like a long time just kind of like building out a team and figuring out how I can now build my own like product-based brand. So there's more purpose behind it. Cause I've been doing social media enough now where I just I have the passion for creating and I consider myself a visionary, but like now me just creating a viral video, just to create a viral video, it's like, I don't have that same excitement versus if I build out a separate brand that the goal is to like outgrow my name, then it's like, for me, it brings a way larger purpose back to like making my videos. And so that's where I'm at now, even after seeing like the whole golf cart series and a lot of the series I do will go huge. I'm like, even if I had all my different vehicles with my branding, even product placement, 300 to 500 million views of like your brand's product placement, that's, you know, people pay a lot for that. So now for a while now, it's had that kind of fire under me. And I've been like in the back end building out my first product-based company, which I'm excited because I think for me, long-term, I'm getting older now and it's like, how
old are you?
I'm 24.
Yeah, you're ancient.
Yeah, it feels like it. But yeah, I don't know. I somewhat recently worked on another venture that I didn't really talk much about. And I didn't really use my social media to promote it. It was just the perfect storm. And I took like a 6-month break from social media and like, I loved it and had so much fun doing it. And so I think that was also like an eye opener for me is like, okay, like I'm super grateful for what I've built with social media, but you know, I've known for a while, it's time to leverage it.
You got to take those breaks. Like that's good for your mental health. And a lot of people don't really talk about that, you know, especially within the social media entrepreneur route. There's a certain level where you need a team. You need people that are going to be able to support you and understand your brand and your vision. And you need to pick the right people around you because you're only as strong as your circle is. Because there's a certain point where we all start off in this, like, you know, this field alone, and you can continue doing it and being consistent. But if you want to scale, you need to actually get backing. So for me, right, I built a team. I have over 30 people on my team. What we do as well, we are actually one of my companies, they're called Tag Team. We do UGC content for other brands and we help them leverage by making viral videos. And we take like product placement, we apply that to like trending brands. And they actually help me build my own content as well. So when it comes down to it, I realize I don't have much time. You know, I'm somebody that is doing project after project after project. And then I have equity here. So I'm helping out with this company. I'm also CMO of this another company called Starly, which is a celebrity agency. So all the creators on there within Starly are basically making content. We're helping them with different campaigns and helping them with style because the creators are getting burnt out. They actually are having trouble with figuring out what type of videos they need to create themselves. So my team also gives them leverage and gives them campaigns and like ideas for their videos. So there's a certain point in content creation.
That's why it's easier just to be yourself and
exactly why.
Film it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is most people's self-esteem or self-worth isn't where it should be.
Exactly.
And they think, well, why would anyone want to watch that?
I've had this weird like disconnect with thinking about that though, because for me, I'm like I also like love my life, like the way like the things I do and all that. But I'm like, if I always had a camera on me, I think because friends that like they'll like come hang out with me and they'll be like, dude, like I knew like filming the videos are like this, but your real life is so cool. You're doing all these crazy things. Like you're an idiot like for not filming this. I didn't even know you were living like this. And I've thought about it. And for me, I'm like, I kind of like the project-based stuff I do because I'm like, if I had a camera on me all the time, I think like it would be exhausting. So I agree with you. But for me, it's also figuring out like, I like the authenticity, but if I always have a camera on me, it's hard to like fully, you know what I mean? Like enjoy or like, then I'm going to perform for the camera all the time.
Well, that wouldn't be authentic.
It wouldn't be authentic. Yeah.
If you could do,
because I'm to the point where it's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like I forget the camera's even on me.
Yeah.
Well,
people are like, are you worried about what you say? No.
No.
Yeah.
Because if I say it and they film it, put it out. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm not a racist. I'm not a chauvinist. I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah.
So like they're never going to catch me saying anything evil or bad or something that I would be worried that it got out.
And if they don't like, you know, something about you, it's like, okay, well, this is me. You don't have to like me. You know, not everyone's going to agree with.
Well, that's the reason most people don't do it. I find is that they're worried about everybody else liking them.
Yeah.
And it's hard to put content out there and you only get 6 views. Like, what's wrong with me? It's mental.
Yeah.
If I think if more people just did that, they would go bigger than they are.
I do think a lot of people too have like the identity issues of like either maybe not high enough self-esteem or they don't fully know, you know, what they stand for or who they are. So it makes it harder for them.
What I was going to say is,
or people think it's a young man's game.
Well, not even just that. So I think it's more in how you grow up. So somebody that was like me, who was adopted when I was 14, right?
Where were you before that?
I was through homes and stuff like that. You know, I was with other families too. So it's I don't really talk about that.
Good ones or bad ones?
Oh, dude, trust me when I say this, not all good ones.
Yeah,
it's
in that circuit.
Yeah, and then if you
ones.
do find a good home, it's just temporarily. So, my whole thing is, a lot of people do social media is to a way to find themselves, right? They don't know they're gonna go viral. It just happens because maybe a video took off in high school or something like that. For me, right, it was actually even a deeper thing, like I was telling you. So when I am putting myself out there for the world and I know the world's going to judge me, I know the world's going to like hit me. And sometimes I feel it because you get hate, you get love, you get it in all different ways. And sometimes hate comes more than love. Sometimes love comes more than hate. All depends on how you want to react to it and absorb it. But the best advice I have for somebody who's going into social media for the first time is you have that unconditional love for yourself and you have that confidence within, you can actually do pretty much anything because it gets to the point where things just bounce off you. They ricochet up like bullets, you know? And then the people that are going to ride and die for you, they're the ones that are going to be there for into the end. Like the content creators, like my family, the support that I have now, when nobody understood and people were making fun of TikTok, bro, and they were like, it's not going anywhere. It's not going. Why are you acting? Why are you acting stupid on social media? Why are you making these videos that nobody's watching or nobody cares about? To 3 years later, everyone being like, I love you. Good job. You know, you do things that people think are weird and people will judge you because they don't understand the risk and then you are reaping the reward of praise. And it's not about the praise though. It's the fact that you fought against all the odds. And I think that for me as somebody who didn't have an identity when I was younger, what really raised me was anime. Yeah, I'm not sure if you watch anime at all, but it's value.
That's the cartoons?
Yeah. Animation, yeah. So
you ever watched anime porn?
No, we're not going there. But it was the whole values of friendship. No, you weren't. Hey, I'm ignoring you right now. It's the whole values
Why?
of.
Is that a big thing?
No, it's friendship, family, and what stirred me towards social media was that value of friendship, family, and just being able to like fall back into that. And always going there. Don't. I'm having a serious conversation with you.
I'm hearing people laughing.
Laughing in the background.
I didn't think it was that funny. I was just curious.
Yeah. So, but
if you like anime, you should check out anime.
No. But the summary of all of it, honestly, is that I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have those struggles in my early years. If I didn't have shut up, bro. Shut up, bro.
Sorry, I just heard them laughing.
But no, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for everything. And yeah, in all honesty, like you have to know yourself and be confident who you are.
Yeah, I think that's a big point. So you guys are ultimately wanting to be in the business game, not this the whole time. Or are you going to keep doing it as long as it'll last?
Yeah.
For me, I would say. I would love to like mainly put a lot of my energy. I'm literally crying right now. I'd like to put most of my energy in the entrepreneurial space and then kind of just leveraging my social media, towards
what are you building? What are you building?
There's a product-based brand. I don't want to like release it on camera what it is, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Why? Well, you can keep it a secret?
Well, because if I talk about it now, the excitement's going to die because I'm not going to launch for another like 12 months, maybe even 16 months. And so I'm like, if I say it now, then it's like I launch 16 months later, it loses its like excitement in a way. But I'm excited because it's my first product-based business and I'm passionate behind it. And I think it can take over. For me, like my goal is I find more joy and passion behind like long-term. I know I'm going to be where I want to be. Like I love surfing. I'm gonna have the beach houses that I want on the water, but it's like, do I want?
Aren't you worried about sharks, bro?
I swam with sharks. Actually, I have.
No, I mean like that girl. What's her name?
Yeah,
She has one arm.
Yeah.
Bethany Hamilton.
Yeah, and then she went back in the water.
Yeah,
she
dude.
did.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you're-
Like you ain't learned the first time.
She was on Amazing Race, dude, as well.
I know, but and you got to say, "Oh, that's courageous," and it is.
It is, yeah.
But I mean, dude, listen, I don't get in there because I don't want bit the first time. If you get in there and you get bit by a shark, why in the hell would you ever get back
Because
in there?
You don't understand, because people that love the ocean, it's seriously like, it's just such a big thing. Like for me, I'm like, obviously there's the fear in the back of your head, but I think like, I mean, God forbid I got attacked by a shark. Like at that point, I've been attacked once. I'm going to test my odds and think I'm never going to get attacked again. I think I would get back in the ocean for sure. I fear the ocean. I really do. But it always brings me back. I mean, and I've had stories like reef breaks I've surfed in parts of the world with people. And then like a month later, there's someone I was surfing with and he got his entire leg ripped off by a shark and he luckily survived. But like, there's definitely like when you're out in like that world, there's like things that happen.
Well,
but
you're part of the food chain.
yeah, you are. You're in their world at the end of the day.
Kaz actually ate a shark when he tried.
That's
Yeah,
controversial. I've
yeah,
never,
that's
never
good.
eaten a shark. But yeah, no, you're literally in their world and it's like, it's crazy. I think most people though that have gotten attacked by a shark that are like watermen typically get back out in the water.
Is that what they're called? Watermen?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Are you a waterman,
Nah,
Jaylyn?
I can swim really well though.
Are you a music man?
Music man. So my main thing before everything was music. Yeah, I'm in
What
a
kind of
I'm in a
music?
punk band. I make punk music. Also do EDM.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah. So I do EDM. We call ourselves Dynamics. We have a bunch of stuff. I actually had some record labels reach out for half a mil.
Are you putting that out for yourself? Or?
No, we're actually gonna be putting it out next month. So get ready for it. So I'll have some of my punk songs released. I'll have some of my EDM songs. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
EDM is a song.
Yeah. I put my voice behind
Isn't that
it.
the shit that just goes? Doo,
Do. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. You get
I
it.
thought songs have words.
They do. Because I'll have lyrics over the actual EDM as
right on.
well.
Is it mixing a lot?
So you're thinking about dubstep. That's what you're thinking. It's just pure, or like raw like EDM. No, we're just kind of doing an alternative EDM. You know?
Is there? Do you guys all live together in that?
No, we do not live together. The Content House is a partnership we have. So we're relaunching brands through it. So we're using it as an HQ and we're doing live streaming, e-commerce production. So my company we specialize in e-commerce, live streaming. We also content creation, like everything when it comes to events and production too.
So tell everybody that's listening, if you want,
yeah,
what you can do for them, because a lot of my listeners like end up reaching out if you say something, they're like, hey, can you help me with this?
Yeah. So I have the biggest thing that a lot of people like is that I have a CRM of over 12,000 brands. I actually have a international team. I have a team in China, Japan, and Korea. So I'm very connected with the supply chain, so I can actually cut your costs. So let's say if you're somebody that wants to sew t-shirts, or if you want to do like water, anything, I can get that product and cut your costs when it comes to manufacturing. We have manufacturing around the United States. Also, we have warehouses everywhere. When it comes to live streaming and when it comes to the creative realm, we can create video content and UGC content. So if you're somebody that needs like video content or AI videos or even just general with like creators and celebrities, I can get you in touch with that. We do event planning. So like just a whole massive supply chain.
What's that business called?
Boise. Yeah. So we've launched actually, but we're officially launching with a redefined website in a few weeks. And I work with like high level clientele when it comes to different people from like Vegas to China to Mexico to Japan and Korea now. So in Korea, we are working with a lot of clinics and we're working with within the K beauty products. K beauty is like, $1 trillion industry. So yeah, and we're actually launching the first ever cosmetic house. Got to be a content house for cosmetics. And one of the things that we're doing is we're really paying attention and helping Americans get more into K beauty and other international people, international in other countries get into K beauty. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and we're putting on in the next year in November 2026, we're putting on the biggest Korean beauty festival as well in LA. And
Aren't you guys tired of LA?
Oh,
I never live in LA.
100%. So, yeah, I'm 100% done with it.
There's people shitting on the streets.
Oh yeah, yeah. But anybody that wants to, like,
what happened to LA?
Okay, COVID happened.
Yeah,
No, it was
I
shit
never.
before
I
that.
love living in Orange County. Like,
or before COVID, because I think LA was always kind of a, like, not trying to shit on it too much because I don't want to be that guy. But
you guys love Governor Newsom.
I can't stand him.
I have no say.
I'll say right here, we need to get him out. He needs to go.
With what's happening in LA, definitely is sad. It's especially with, everything that's like controversial happening when it comes.
Like what?
I'll say one thing. It's just the No Kings riots, all these big things that are happening when it comes to, like, not protecting our citizens. So, I mean, it's just like there's a lot of things.
When you say not protecting your citizens, what do you mean?
Law enforcement, but I'm not going to get too much into that. I just want to see.
Why won't you get into it?
I want to see more. I want to see law enforcement protecting people's rights better.
What is the No Kings movement about?
Oh, dude, it's about. It's basically just about the fact that, like, people are not happy with how our government's running right now. So
they're not.
They're not at all.
Dude, you got to get out of LA.
Yeah.
There's a lot of motherfuckers happy about it. But the No Kings in particular, I don't pay attention to that shit. Is it No Kings meaning
there's no power, no authority?
Well,
no
again,
ruler.
I mean, dude, there has to be authority. There has to be rule.
But that's not the point. The point is the fact that
there are no kings here.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't anybody know that? Like, no kings. Well, there ain't no fucking kings, people.
No, the point
you don't live in the UK. Okay.
It's
America. There's no kings here.
It's a strike. It's the message is getting across.
Is it about illegal immigrants?
Less. It's more about the system not appealing to everyone's needs. It's more about that.
We should talk more about that on the next episode.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I saw you talk a little bit about I guess people, rather than just starting their own company, like acquiring businesses that are, the next generation are selling them.
Way easier.
So for someone, let's say in my shoes, that has a big following, has a good reach. I'm curious your input on starting a product-based brand from scratch. If I have a big vision behind it versus going in and acquiring businesses that are for sale. And then, I know the whole process briefly, you can get a loan, you can then leverage your reach, grow it larger, have an exit, and just keep repeating. I'm curious your input on that, going that route versus getting a team, like me getting a team behind me and creating my own company from scratch, I guess.
Well, my answer would always be both.
Yeah.
You can do both.
Yeah.
You're not limited to one or the other.
Yeah.
But buying a business that's already established, it's already throwing off cash flow.
Some of those numbers,
so easy to do. It's ridiculous.
Some of those numbers seem too good to be true. Like I listened to one of your podcasts.
They're true.
And I'm like that. Even if I didn't want to scale it, it seems like a no-brainer. It's better than putting your money in.
It's easier than building one.
Yeah.
Because you could start that and it goes out. Look at your clothing company. Where is it right now?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
so
true.
that's like, oh, it's passionate. Like, dude, listen,
that was
go
before
buy.
I was like 17 years old.
I know, but go buy. You can do both. Is my point.
Yeah.
If you have a passion about a product, I'd definitely launch it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this whole building is freaking something that everyone said wouldn't work. Well, here it is, bitch.
Yeah.
So if I would have gave up, then I probably wouldn't be here. But at the end of the day, you can do both. Now that I know how hard building a business actually is, I would just buy one that's already built.
Yeah.
And then again, I'd use personal brand to blow it up, and then it'd be worth more than I paid for it, which is the whole goal. And I just keep doing that. But on the side, I'd also build my own. And if it failed, who cares? Because I got all this passive revenue over here. Because I want to be a stay-at-home dad that doesn't stay at home.
Okay. So you want to be a stay-at-home dad?
No. Have you ever stayed home with your kids all day?
I want kids. I want 12.
Well, you don't have any. Wait till you have some. And then you'll see.
How many kids do you have?
7.
How do you want more?
I mean, if I have them, I have them.
That's awesome.
I go through the motions.
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what pops out. But at the end of the day, you stay at home with your kids all day. My God, you'll go nuts. I mean, I would never stay home all day, every day with my kids. Now, I love my kids. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm an adult and they're kids. So at the end of the day, they want to play and and after a while they're fighting and they're arguing and they don't always get along. And it's like, you imagine, oh, we're all going to paint and do creative things together. No, that's not what happens. They start fighting. They're spilling shit on your new furniture. It gets aggravating.
Have you seen Cheaper by the Dozen?
A long time ago?
Yeah. It's a classic.
Yeah, but I mean, those are movies, bro.
No, but but that's what I want.
Yeah, but that's a movie.
Think about 6 biological, 6 adopted. You hands down be the coolest thing ever.
What do you want to do? Like what's
look at Angelina and Brad.
True.
How'd that work out?
But
because it's not a movie, it's real life. So not that you can't have it. You can have whatever you want, I believe. And if you curate that, that's great. But staying at home all day is not a dream.
That's true.
Like I do not.
I want to stay home.
I'm so happy. My wife likes that shit. She has to deal with it every day.
Understood.
And trust me, she is 37.
Okay.
And she, like, at some point is gonna go, can I get a fucking break, please?
Sure.
And I'm gonna be like, what's wrong? Don't you want to be with your kids? And she loves them, dude. But everybody needs a break once in a while. But I see what you mean. Yeah. And that's a good goal. And I think it's a good one. I think everybody should be more stay at home, which means have the freedom to hang out with your family if you want.
Yep.
And that's what I do. But I don't do it every day. I'm just busting your balls.
I got a quick question to ask you before anything. And this is one I've been wanting to ask you the whole time. So when it comes to education and I guess people who find entrepreneurship and success within just dropping out of school and not seeking education, they just go through a more of like experience.
Which is education.
Yes. But what do you see more people that you work with that are scholars by label?
Formal education.
Formal education. Thank you. And then, or people who are going through their own experiences.
Who do I see more of?
Yes.
In what?
Within
working
your
for
field.
me?
Yeah, working. I mean,
more people work for me
with
with degrees than don't.
Okay.
Like in other words, you go to college and you get a job for someone who took chances.
Okay.
Because you either take a chance or you work for someone who did.
Yeah.
So I think it's the person, not the level of your education. You don't need a college degree to be a billionaire. Clearly. It helps. Like, again, if I could go get an MBA, like I would love that knowledge, but now I got AI and I got MBAs I can hire. So I don't really need it, but I would go to college for one purpose and one purpose only. The education would be a bonus. Okay. I'd go there to meet people, network, relationships. So I'd go to college straight for relationships and experience. I think it would be a blast. Did you have a blast?
That's so actually you saying that. That's exactly what I got out of it. I got knowledge, yes.
Yeah, and your MBA, what's it doing for you? Podcasting?
No, meeting people like you, meeting people like Cass.
Your MBA, I didn't even know you had one until she gave me notes.
I've been able to use all the knowledge because before college, my social skills were not it. You know that I have a course on this platform with a guy by the name of Keith Cunningham. You ever heard of him? No. You should read his book. It's called The Road Less Stupid. You're a reader, yeah? I know you have The Hard Way.
Yeah, that's another good one. But The Road Less Stupid, Keith Cunningham, he lost $100 million when he was 40. So, I mean, he's been successful for a long time. He's probably 70 now. Great book, great dude. He has a thing on Lightspeed called the 4-day MBA. There's people that have an MBA from Harvard on video saying they learned more in Keith's 4-day course than all of the Harvard education.
I think it's kind of the future is a lot of learning from.
Well, not only that, it's like, dude, you want to learn from a professor who learned from a professor who learned from a professor who learned from a professor, or do you want to learn from the dude that lost $100 million at 40 years old?
No, everything I feel like I've learned, it's like through all the experiences and like even just like everything. It's like just different entrepreneurial things, how to set up a business, tax, how to like save money on taxes, all the different things. Like then that's rabbit hole I went down. And then learning from other, like, I don't know. I just feel like school can be very good, but then also learning through other people that have gone through it or through yourself. Like for me, just like all the different like trials and tribulations. I've learned so much throughout the years that like, I don't think I could have learned in school.
I mean, you're one of the smartest people I know.
Thanks, bro. I have another.
You don't know very many people then.
No,
I have another question.
I'm just joking you.
So,
but you said you were adopted by a rich family.
yeah.
Okay, so did they want you to go to school?
No, my dad actually, he's a lot like you. He's
Does he have a degree?
No,
He doesn't?
No, he was a door-to-door salesman. He made
See,
his
by the way,
his money the same way you did at first. When
listen,
you did candy.
that's how, when people ask me, they say, I want to be successful. How do I do it? Number one, you have to get in the position to receive commission, which is sales. You're going to sell something to somebody no matter what. So go get good at sales, right? It's your mindset, then it's your skill set, then it's your habits. You have the right mindset, right skills, and the right habits. Dude, you can do anything you want. You can be rich. You don't never have to go to college. But I mean, my kids, I want them to go to college. Why? For the experience. They're going to meet people. They could meet their spouses. They could meet future business partners. There's parties, there's games, there's, relationships.
You get along with my dad. You guys are very similar. You guys are a similar mindset. How you think about life and what you're saying is exactly what something he would say.
Well, because he has experience.
Yeah, he was in 2015. He was in Forbes for selling over $1 billion in sales. So he was Craig Handley. You can look him up, but he's been very successful.
Shout out to Craig.
Yeah, he's about to sell his one of his companies in 2 weeks for $16 million. So he's very very happy.
Now, see, you probably just broke the news.
Yeah.
Now it's going to fall apart because the word's out.
Oh shoot! Oh wait, this will be after he sells it.
Yeah.
It'll air after. But he's very. I look towards him and I see a lot. Like you guys, if you were in a room with him, you'd be your best friend. Like that's like because you guys are killing the same. You have a very much of like the same like way of going along.
You know what's funny is if you put a bunch of actually successful people in a room, they all agree on almost everything.
Yeah.
When it comes to like success.
Yeah.
Because like you said, what should I do this versus that? That technically is a limited mindset.
Yeah.
You want to do both. You can do both.
But you don't want to over leverage yourself either.
Over leverage. Why would you be over leveraging?
Well, okay. So on my end, like, let's say I'm basically continuing my social media business and like having that, I can only automate that so much. And then let's say for me, when I build things, I just want to build it big and I kind of have like that all in mentality. So like, I guess at the same time, it would be hard to like operate my social media business.
How hard it is to buy a business.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you can do it in a day.
Okay. But
then you go back to your passion and then that business just starts throwing off cash.
Okay. So I guess for like where my headspace is like thinking if I'm buying a pre-existing business and now I'm like using my name to grow it, I'm all in on my social media and that together. But what you're saying is do that and build your own business and, have time for it all. And I guess my headspace
depends on your goals.
Yeah.
You trying to make money?
Yeah. I think, I mean, I have
at the end of the day, your personal brand can drive you millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But it's not going to usually be brand deals.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So like you can drive people to a business and make $30 million where you'll never get someone to give you that for a brand deal. But if you have a business you can drive them to, that's the thing. So like entrepreneurs, I keep saying, build your personal brand. They're like, they don't fully get it or it takes too long. How long did it take you?
I've been doing it for about 6 years now, but it
How
probably
long did it take you?
7.
Yeah. So if in 2 years, where were you relative to where you are now?
In the first 2 years?
Yeah.
So in the first 2 years, I was definitely not close. I was like understanding my brand.
What about you?
I've just been on like a steady kind of, so I've kind of been doing good 2 years ago and now. So it wasn't
not 2 years ago. In the first 2 years.
Oh, first 2 years. I would say in the second year things started picking up, but I was still living at my family's house, saving money. Yeah. So yeah.
But most people, they won't give it 2 straight years. See, when you're kids, it's easy.
Yeah.
Because you guys are, young, you don't really, but when you're an adult and you're like, got businesses, got kids, it's like people can't wrap their mind around putting all the time into social media. And if they do, they want it to pay
Well,
off.
that's what I found
actually.
too, is like,
Mhm.
and something that I've been working on is like, for me, it took me this many years because I had to go through all the shit myself and like learning and failing forward. But it's like for someone that already has their life very busy and they already have their businesses, it's like if they can have someone guide them step by step through it. And that's something I'm working on, is helping other people, just like one-on-one mentorship. It's like if they already have had success, but not on social media, it's like, all right, I know it like inside out. It's pretty easy for me to like tell people to change this, tweak that, or even just getting started with it. I can see a video and be like, this is why this didn't go viral. And so the idea there is like, all right, if you're already crushing it, but you don't have 5, 7, 8 years to figure it out, then it's like have someone else like help figure it out.
You think it's
It's
possible to get huge? I mean, not possible because anything's possible. You think it's likely someone's going to get big quick?
I would say for big quick, and going back to what you just said before, it's like people that are older, they don't want to have the time. That's actually, it's funny when I tell a client, hey, this is going to take 6 months. This is going to take 3 months. They actually kind of spiral. They're like 3, 6 months. I don't have that. I want this now. I want advertisement. I want this to pick up now. So I will say big and get quick if you are staying original. So it's a lot easier as an individual to get big and quick.
Well, what's your definition?
So-
like, what would you consider like getting big quick?
Yeah, give me the definition. And I would say yes. I would say yes for sure. It just all depends on if you are an individual, if you are a somebody. It depends on your product for one. And also it really depends on your content style. And
I think like the way I see it is like,
yeah.
it's if it's someone who already has, they already have their business going on. I think the idea of like getting big quick, it's like more of like probably gonna be a steady growth unless they start investing all their time into that.
I'll give you an example. So let's take a power washing company.
Okay.
That's
I already have like a billion videos.
That's not glamorous, but they have a power washing company.
Yeah.
Not
So,
glamorous.
You say one idea and I'll say one.
I think I could help someone if they had a power washing company get to over like 2 to 4 million subscribers in under a year.
Bang.
I'm like confident I could do it. I've done it for friends.
Well,
like,
that's the point, and
Yeah.
that's what they should do if they want to blow up the power washing company.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it doesn't have to be, them making pranks, or it could be. The question is why aren't they consistently creating content to put out to the world?
they don't understand it.
Yes.
And they're too busy to try and figure it out.
Well, again,
Mhm.
they're going to get dicked if you ask me,
It's-
especially with AI nowadays, because trust is going to be big.
Well,
because
this
you're
is
not
the
going to know
thing,
who
too.
to trust and what to trust with all this AI shit.
This is also the thing too, is using familiar faces. So the reason why I have a huge creator list is when I make, for example, I just closed the company, 2 actually. And what we promised them is that we're going to use some of our creators to help them build familiarity with their product. So that way, when people see it and when they show brands or show investors, they're like, okay, you have this creator. Or when people go to that page, oh, they have this person that's like, showcasing their product. I trust it because this creator's in the video. So what that really helps in building like loyalty subscribers. And what Cavs was saying, like we do specialize in helping brands go viral and consulting them.
How much
too.
money would you say you make directly from your followers?
Directly from my followers? You want to hear my biggest? You want to hear my biggest month, or just like
Oh, if it's not consistent,
it's not
then
good? So it's not. So there's been
how much a year? It all adds up.
Yeah. So there's been one month where I made the most I ever made was 72,000. And I'll be transparent right there. And then it'll be consistent between, if it's like monetization of following, between like it'd be a 5 to 10K. And then after that, right, it's not even just that. I have other channels that are just product channels that will make, it's not maybe like easy 500, but some will make like 3,000. So it all depends on like the product channels too.
What's the total?
Total, as a consistency, months could be from 12 to 17. But if it's a big spender, let's say a big year, or some video goes really viral, it could take off and could be over 20. But if it's a brand deal within it, right? Because the thing is, you got to remember these brands will pay more. And like I said, that big month I
I
had,
mean, you got to count all that.
you got to count all that up. Yeah. So
So if I say how much you make
depends.
a year being a creator,
So it depends. I don't know exact, but
how about you?
I don't
It's
know
over
exact.
250,000, under 500,000.
yeah, relatively like
And you have how many on Instagram?
On Instagram, I have like 1.7 million, and I have just under 20 million across platforms. So I'm a lot bigger on YouTube.
How many you got on YouTube?
I got like 9 million now. Yeah, and I got like 9 million
On YouTube?
Yeah.
You should be making $100,000 a month on YouTube alone.
Yeah. So for me, kind of the route I've taken is like, if I kind of went all for long form videos, the AdSense would be like a lot higher and making a lot more money. But for me, it's like I'm reinvesting a lot into like wanting to build a bigger brand. Cause I'm like, the idea of making like 6 figures a month, 7 figures a year just from social media, it's like I'm just kind of like spending my time trying to like reinvest now, build bigger, so then I can build like $100 million company over the next 10, 15 years. So it's like, if I were to go all in on, and I love posting on YouTube, but a lot of my stuff short form. And I know for me, I'm like, I could probably scale to 6 figures a month, just doing long form, just on AdSense, but I'm gonna have to put everything into that, put my whole team into that. And then I'm almost like back in another rat race. And I'm like, you know what I mean? So for me, I've decided I'm like, I know what I want. I want to go bigger. And so I'm like right now, not like maybe taking all the money that's on the table in my social media business, but with the goal of like, I know what I want my net worth by the time I'm 35. I know like, and I've kind of gone through my head. I'm like, if I want to be here by this age, I'm not going to do it this way. I'm not going to do it that way. Here's how I'm going to do it. So I'm trying to take active steps.
That's the thing about long form though. So you can have a video 45 minutes, and let's say like 45 minutes long. And if everyone watches it through, or just say like 80% watch it through, and you get over 1 million views, that video will probably give you over around $8,000 of like AdSense. You know what I mean?
It's also,
but then if you have a 15-second video, that would probably give you, because the watch time will be like 7, 8, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And that'll give you on 4,000. And the thing is, when it comes to like, if you got to prioritize short form or long form, shorts also pays you less. So shorts actually caps at like what, 10K?
There's no cap.
There's no cap anymore.
More than
so because shorts
that's
can,
cap.
No,
but what I will say,
shorts did cap at 10K at one point.
No, that was like before shorts actually had their fun.
Okay, so there's no cap anymore. Yeah.
There's no cap. But for me also, like one thing I did is like when I took a step back, I saw there's more money on the table with YouTube shorts. And so like basically with like the whole music, like licensing thing, there's like, let's say you're getting 100 million views a month on shorts. I'm going to guess your RPMs. I don't know. Like I'm just going to throw a random range. I could assume you're making like 20K a month just from like shorts, right? But the music you're using, they're probably making double to triple, or they were making double to triple from like Google paying them. So let's say you were making 20 grand a month. They're probably getting like a $60,000 paycheck just for you using their music.
Yes.
And so one thing I did, and this is also why it's like for me, the idea of building companies like that can become more automated and make way more than my YouTube can is more exciting. So I built like a music licensing agency. And what we did is like I hired producers and we made music from scratch. It was my co-founder and I, Dylan Ayers. So if you're watching this, that he is me and him 50-50 partners. But what we did is we hired these producers and we would make songs from scratch. And then first we test it in our content and be like, how can this add to the video? So it's like a win-win. And then we'd sign creators that are getting over like, 20 to like 100 to 500 million views a month. And the plan there is like, we had a 50-50 agreement where we would do a 50-50 revenue split. So now if you're getting 100 million views and you were making, let's say 20K a month, you signed with us, all you're doing is using our background music, and our producers would make you custom background music. So it's just natural. And now you're probably going to be making 40K a month. And then on my end, on the entrepreneurial side, that was like the first venture where I could actually hire a team out and pretty much fully automate that business. So it's an exciting thing. And that's when I really took a step back. I'm like, I think my cap on long form videos and being like kind of just a super high paid employee at that point is like 6 figures a month. I'm like busting my ass off. And then with these other opportunities, we, in our first month of launching, we had like 100 million views in our music. Long story short, I did shut the business down and I'll explain why. But the trajectory we were going is profiting over 6 figures a month, pretty automated. And it was cool having a business venture where everyone was winning. It's like, we're winning, the creators are winning. And then for me, I'm like, now in my videos, I'm now double dipping across the board. And then with that, I think that's when I like rediscovered like my passion. Like I had so much more fun just on my computer, building this business up and like seeing the vision of it and seeing the numbers we thought could happen come into place and partnering with the different people we had to partner with. And long story short, what happened is YouTube kind of changed their monetization policies and our profit margins got slashed by 80%. So it wasn't lucrative anymore.
That's actually what I want to touch up on. So when it comes to content creation, the biggest issue is you have to make your own platform. You're not going to have the control with YouTube, TikTok, forever, Instagram. What happens when Instagram goes? You're at your ads. That's your monetization. YouTube goes, anything switches up. That's your monetization as well. So what we did is we created a whole platform. And actually this kind of talks about what you did.
Okay. I thought you were like associating our stuff.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. So I created like because kind of what you try to do is create your own platform, which is cool. You were smart for that.
Well, no, I wasn't trying to, for us, like we knew like where the risk lied was we were kind of based on like, we were relying on YouTube's, the way their monetization is. And we knew one reason I almost didn't do it is like, the risk is you don't want to build a company on the back of another company. But I'd look through them, like they really don't change their monetization nearly as much as like TikTok or Instagram. But I knew I was trying to build my own platform. We knew like we're doing it. We knew the risk. So a little bit different, but, and you know, that was
no, I was going to say like
that
something's really cool that's cool. Cause I want to tell you about something we're doing really cool right now is that might give you some ideas as well is, so every person has their own fan base, no matter what, like it doesn't matter if you have a one person, doesn't matter if you have 10 to 100 people that love you. So we made a PG platform called Sawyer. My brother actually helped. We're launching the app completely. It's an invite only, which we have only celebrity creators signed to it. Actually, it's funny because you had Jack Doherty. I can't remember his last name. Doherty. One person signed to our that's part of my agency because I'm the CMO of this agency. His name's Jack Doherty, and basically what we do is we have these creators put out a message to their supporters and be like, hey. And what are you guys doing today? If you guys just want to like talk to me, if you want to chat with me, click my link. And what each person does, if they want to talk to the creator, they pay per message. And it's not anything inappropriate. It's nothing like you know those like weird subscription platforms. It's
you know their name.
Yeah, right. It's literally just paying to interact with your favorite creators because a lot of these creators don't have the time to talk to everybody. So they get a certain amount in, and this keeps it within our control, and it's our own platform we can monetize. So we actually had a creator last month make over 500,000. The creator we recently just signed in the first week made over 10K. We have creators right now consistently making over $200,000 a month. And then we have a top creators making top one is Sebastian Moy. He's making over 600,000 a month. And basically these creators, it's actually founded by Sebastian Moy. And basically now we inviting all of our friends to it because people aren't making money off brand deals. People aren't making money off YouTube and TikTok the way they should. And now they're like, holy crap, I can't believe I made 10K in the first week off this platform, just off chatting with my supporters. What do
you guys think of live stream?
So it's cool. Honestly, when it comes to live streaming like Kick, I think it's a great way to get connected and get people, but there's a certain level of control. For example,
you're all about control, aren't you?
No, it is true because like I've had a lot of creators get screwed over by Twitch. I've had a lot of creators get screwed over by TikTok. Twitch had a weird demonetization thing where they didn't let ads run as long. Or they like took the ad control away from the creators, or when you can like start like organizing how your ads run, and people were hopping off Twitch and they were going on Kick. But the thing is, if one policy changes, just like with your music rights, right? If one thing changes, you can stop monetizing, or you can lose a lot of money in that 1 month. And then
if the internet goes down, that's going to happen too.
Yeah. Internet
What's the likelihood though?
I mean,
YouTube ain't going anywhere.
YouTube is not going anywhere, but their monetization policies can change. And that's why you have to make your own platform. That's why you have to make your own legacy.
You should make one called My Own Self.
No, my own. I mean,
And that's what creators were doing
Honestly, with how woke everybody is right now, my own self might actually be a thing.
That's
you
a
might,
good name.
You might be on to something.
Look, I just invented my own self.
No, I'm not even gonna play with you.
This is where you don't need followers. It's you following you.
Yeah,
you just create yourself an account, and you'll be your number one supporter.
Has anyone ever told you?
You'll be your only follower. You can like everything that you post. It'd be fucking great.
Has anyone told you that followers aren't real? That followers actually aren't real? People who's like, have anyone said that to you before? It's all
I know a lot of
illusion.
people that don't have real followers.
Yeah, that's true.
But followers, what do you mean by they're not real?
It's like, they're not actually there. Like some people, when they see followers, right? They see somebody maybe that has a lot of influence. But when people say followers aren't real, it means those people, yeah, they follow you, but it doesn't mean they're always going to be there for you. That's kind of like the idea of like, hey, followers aren't actually real because loyalty is not, it's not given. It's, it's basically earned. So that's why followers aren't actually real, because they can leave anytime. You can have the number, sorry, let's say 2.6, but how many
that's
people are actually
people
engaging?
too.
Exactly.
Like there's people in your life that aren't real.
Yeah.
Technically, because they'll leave too.
They'll leave anytime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can have 2 million on TikTok, right? But how many people are really, really engaging with me? That's kind of like how, you know what I'm saying? How are they going to be engaging me my whole entire life, or are they going to leave?
Do you analyze these things? I mean, do you find?
I do this to help my clients, dude. I do everything to help people succeed. And I have to analyze it. I have to have control and know where things are going so I can hop on the next trend. I've always stayed ahead of people, and I've always been able to make money off these platforms, even more than people who have 10 million followers, because I'm ahead of everyone. And that's how I maintain doing it, is keeping that level of control. So I see in 5 to 10 years where these platforms are going. And that's why you better start making your own legacy in your own e-commerce shop. You better start having some sort of way of revenue that does not rely on monetization off YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. You better, or you're going to be screwed 5, 10 years. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I think that's a benefit of like building your personal brand, because then you can build stuff off that and you're going.
Yeah.
Well, here's the good news, young lads. You got plenty of time. And I think you'll do just fine. If you already have followers, I'd keep that shit going. And then I'd just figure out how to drive that audience to a brand, to a product like what you're doing. Yeah. I don't know if you're doing the same thing, but
I am.
Even a service brand, like this guy will help you guys, build your stuff. He'll mentor people one-on-one to build your brand. How do people reach you guys? What's your preferable way to be reached?
The best way for me would be either my email, just kaz@kazsawyer.com.
Kaz at what?
Kaz@kazsawyer.com. Or if you just shoot me a message on Instagram.
DM, the old slide
DM
me DMs.
Me, say growth. And
do you guys get the same thing I do where you don't see all your DMs?
Yeah, that's what's been tough recently is people try and DM me and it won't, like, I tried fixing it, but it won't allow them to even send like a request anymore sometimes.
So
it's weird.
So you have to go in your messages and you have to go to the filter system. Before that, let me
I did that though.
Let me plug my shit in so people know where to find me too.
How they find you, Jaylyn?
Jaylyn, Jaylyn. I'm Jaylyn on all platforms. I have my actual name, and then Jaylyn Handley, Jaylyn Handley @gmail.com. And then you can also hit up my company Tag Team at tagteam.connect@gmail.com as well. And then you can just message me. Like, honestly, Instagram is the best way too, and I'll see it. But when it comes down to it, dude, figure out how you can just go into your messages. There's a filter system of where like it will hide and then it'll show everything.
No, but it's gotten to like a level for me where like, no, I'm serious. Like I've literally like gone through this with people. I have all that. But sometimes like when I'm getting too many messages, someone will try and send me a message and it's like, this user isn't accepting messages at this time. And there's not a way to turn that off. Like I've like even messaged Instagram. It's weird.
That's actually weird.
So that's why it's probably smarter for the
Yeah.
email thing for me.
That is
but
weird.
I don't know if that's happened with you. I always I look through my requests, but yeah, recently sometimes they can't even send it. It's weird. I don't know.
So they say it says on their end, this user's not accepting of their
Yeah,
time.
and
because you
why don't you guys have a podcast?
You think we should have a podcast?
Yeah, I was almost going
They're-
to say I got to go, but like
Yeah.
I'll just let them keep talking
You know,
amongst each
last
other.
thing I'll say, if I were to do a podcast, the way I would do it,
Yeah.
I would have sauna, ice bath, and like a good
Are we
kind
in a
of dinner
sauna
set.
together?
Yeah, I'm down, dude. I love like, and for me too, I love having like just good.
you guys are just yourselves
Yeah,
having
you're just
giving each other back rubs.
No back rubs, not for me. Y'all leave you two to that. you guys can talk about being creators and give your back rubs.
yeah, Brad, give me.
Hey,
Brad,
that's
give
him.
me this side, Brad. This Brad.
No, I think it'd be fun though. Like for me, like I love conversating. Like I don't know why, but in a sauna and ice bath combo, that would be my. I think that's how I'd.
I'm just like looking him in the eyes. This is
I
so
want more
nice.
life experience
I
first.
think some comedian did that where they would get in an ice bath and try to talk, but it was a
No,
little
dude.
uncomfortable.
The hot tub streams, dude. That's
Oh
what it
yeah, I don't want to do that. Though. I want mine to be based around like I don't know, like wellness. I don't want to do. We're in a bubbly hot tub together.
Oh man,
Dude, I had a friend of mine once. I wouldn't even say a friend. Somebody I knew once asked me, "Hey, you want to come over to this guy we know's house?" And I said, "Why? What's up?" He said, "Nothing. We're just gonna hot tub." And I said, "Who?" And he said, "Me and this dude." And I said, "You want me to come over and fucking hot tub with you guys?" And he said, "Yeah."
If there's a cigar involved, there's
So
nothing weird
listen,
about
hey,
that.
No,
let-
dude, listen.
let's
Yes,
play.
there is.
No, let's play,
Okay?
let's play, let's
Three
play.
dudes don't hot tub together.
Let's play.
Just FYI.
Hey,
Like, the answer's no.
Hey Brad. Hey Brad. You want to come over? Thinking about having a hot tub party. Just you and I.
I'm gonna leave you guys do this. This is
Like,
crazy.
straight. It's completely straight, dude. Yeah. Hey, got the ices.
We got the what?
I got the ices. Like Smirnoff ices.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys are drinking
ice.
You guys are
That's a
drinking
dead
straight
giveaway.
up ice.
Hey, what happened to my screen, son?
Yeah.
That's the fucking show saying enough's
Yeah,
enough.
saying it's done.
Folks, you guys know where to follow them.
Oh man.
Appreciate you guys coming in.
No, I appreciate you too.
Till next time, folks. Keep it
Thank
real.
you, Brad.